It's been a while. So today's my only day off well, I say only till Monday. Today is Wednesday. I bought my Jeffree Star products a couple of days ago from Beauty Bay, and now I finally have a chance to sit down and try it on. So all of you guys voted on Instagram that you wanted to see the Jeffree concealers. So that's what we're doing today, as you can tell by the title. And I think my next video will probably be the Fenty bronzer, so stay tuned for that one. Thank you for clicking on. Hope you enjoyed this little try on video, and I'll see you soon. So Beauty Bay delivered my bits, and I think I got next day delivery because I spent over a certain amount. I think it was over 50 or 60 pounds. So I got the Magic Star setting powder, and I got it in the shade Topaz, which is just like that. The packaging, I don't know, I feel like the packaging's quite standard really. It's like this weird like pinky red lid with the Jeffree Star logo on it, and you can just kind of see the colour and the name on the bottom. I bought Topaz because online there was a lot of things going around about how banana is darker than what you would think it is, and Topaz is actually lighter, even though you'd think it would be darker. So I got a bit confused by that. I tried to look at as many like swatches and stuff as I could, but banana did seem quite dark, kind of like the Sacha Buttercup powder kind of colour, and I wanted something a bit more brighter, more like actual like banana powder kind of colour. So I went for Topaz. You can kind of see the colour there. It does look like that banana-y kind of shade. You've got 10 grams in there. Some of my other powders, like this is my MAC one. This has 8 grams, so it looks like you're actually getting a bit more than normal in the Jeffree Star powder. So this powder ended up being £21, and the same for the concealers were £21 as well. So I got 2 colours because I actually really struggled to find what colour I would be. Looking at the range, there was actually not that many medium tan shades, and there was like loads of deep dark shades and loads of really fair shades. And it's kind of weird that he's done that, but I guess he didn't want to release a concealer range and then for people to still say like the same old things like, they don't have my colour for deep skin, they don't support deep skin. Oh, I'm really fair as well, Jeffree's really fair, he hasn't got my right shade of concealer. He's kind of gone for like, I think it's 30 colours he has in that kind of range, but then he's kind of forgotten about the tan skin as well. So there's some that I saw that were literally just like pure yellow, which I kind of didn't want. For skin reference, I'm between a MAC NC44 to an NC45. In Fenty, I'm between a 330 to 370. So if you're a similar sort of colour, these were the only shades that I saw that I thought might work for me. So the packaging's really nice. It is like his liquid lipstick kind of packaging, the classic pink and white, and it's got a little bit of the holographic print on the packaging. The colour is on the top. So I picked up C16 and C20. I haven't actually taken these out of the box yet to see the colours. I wanted to wait on camera because it will either be a really good thing or a really bad thing. So let's open C20 first. So I'm just going to do it from the bottom so I don't rip the label. So inside, the concealer's literally just sitting like that with the colour number at the bottom on the label. There you go. Oh wow. That's really weird. Yeah, it says C20 on the bottom, and it's like it looks like a magic wand, to be honest with you. It's got the pink gem on the top and the little star. Doesn't feel like a concealer, it feels like this is some kind of toy, but like not a cheap toy, like an expensive kind of ornament type toy. I don't know, I've never seen anything like this, so points to him for creating something that no one else has got. In terms of the colour, it still looks quite a bit lighter than my skin, and I am a bit tanned at the moment as well. I've just come back from Italy, so I am a bit darker than normal, and I'm wearing a different shade of Fenty than what I normally would. I've got 345 on, 345, which is, I think, is a new shade. So this might be okay for me when I lose my tan, but it looks even lighter on camera actually, but it's just like that. I'll do a swatch for you in a minute. And then C16, I'm a bit worried now because if C20 is lighter, this one could be quite a bit more. Well, it does in camera. In camera it looks a lot lighter. In person it doesn't look too different. That one is C16. The really, really cool packaging. Okay, so out of the two colours, I think I'm definitely going to try C20 because it does look a little bit lighter than my skin anyway, and you can see my dark circles are not playing. Let's do a few swatches. Got a bit of a bent doe foot applicator. And I do like these applicators because it's like the liquid ones where they do grab a lot of product inside. So when you feel like you need a bit more, you can kind of just flip it over and keep applying. Swatch it on my hand first, but again, bear in mind my hands are darker than my face and I'm tanned at the moment. So that is C20 on my hand. They look a lot more lighter in the tube than they do on swatches. So that one is C16. It looks quite pinky, like more neutral in the camera. It does kind of look actually like my Tarte Shape tape, but maybe a tiny bit lighter. And I use tan sand in the Tarte Shape tape, which is definitely a lot lighter than my skin. So do you know what? Those two actually might work out okay. Very, very thin feeling, like I can't feel anything on my hand. So C16, which is the lightest one that I've got, is meant to be for tan skin with warm neutral undertones. C20 that I also went for is for medium deep skins with warm olive undertones. And then C21 is meant to be the one with golden yellow undertones. So maybe I would have preferred that one more, I don't know. Yeah, so I've done my eyes already and I've used the Charlotte Tilbury Dolce Vita palette. And I've done my foundation as well. Like I said, it is Fenty 345. So let's see. Do you know what? This colour doesn't look as light in person. Just gonna spritz my sponge. I'm gonna spritz them, it's like the Morphe complexion sponge. I just spritz it a little bit because I don't like my beauty blenders too damp. I find that they take off the concealer again. So that's pretty much how much concealer I would normally do. It was literally like one swipe and then one swipe underneath. It looks like a lot though, and it doesn't feel heavy even now. Whoa. This blends out really easily. No, this literally looks so smooth in person. And it's definitely not matte, but it's also definitely not like, you know, when it's too wet that it just doesn't stay. Yeah, I do want it a little bit more full. So I think I'm gonna try and see how it does layered. And I'm just gonna put it like where my actual dark circle is. I'm just gonna zoom you in so you can see. But it's quite a nice coverage. I don't think it's comparable to Tarte Shape tape because I don't think it's as thick as that, but it's really, really, really blendable. I'm gonna even up the other eye. Yeah, you can actually even see the difference a little bit from where I have one layer on and when I have two. It's only a tiny bit of difference. If you do have really, really bad dark circles, obviously you can color correct as well, because I know he's come out with some color correctors. I don't think he's come out with like an orange shade for deeper skin tone yet, but I know he's definitely got a pink, peachy pink one, which won't work for me, but I do have other color correctors anyway. And then I'm gonna highlight with the C16. I'm gonna do it on one side first and see how bright it goes. Do you know, like turning it down to that makes it look a little bit less crazy, but that's what it's looking like. That's a little bit more truer to like colour. Yeah, I definitely prefer it with the C16 on top. It looks just that bit brighter for me. I know we've got a powder that's meant to brighten as well. It is definitely creasing there, but it's just to show you because I know some people will be like, it's creased already and it's been 5 minutes, blah, blah, blah. But if you have creases under your eyes, I don't see how you think you're not going to get creasing unless you set it with powder. I definitely would set with powder regardless, because this is a very satin, almost glowy looking concealer. So that's with both the concealers on. Again, it's quite shiny, as you can see. That's why when we put the powder on, hopefully it will mattify that down a bit more. There's a little like peel off tab that you pull, and then you've got your sifter hole there with the product. Comes out like this. And just bake. It has a very, very, very subtle scent to it. Like, I've only just noticed. I completely forgot that it was meant to smell of something. It's like the really faintest smell of cotton candy. And I usually hate smells. So I'm just gonna use my setting brush from Real Techniques just to buff it away. Ooh. Oh, I look smooth. Damn. Damn, your girl looks smooth. Okay, okay, it's happening. So it is you can tell it's a highlighting powder. I wouldn't say the concealer was full coverage though. Like, I feel like I can still see a bit of my dark circles peeking through, but again, you can color correct to get rid of that. Love it. Okay, so I've got my Lana's Beauty Box lashes on. These are in the style Milan, and they're literally just so fluttery. Like, they're not heavy at all. Can't even feel the lash band, to be honest. And they're not so thick that they cover up my whole bloody eyelid. So I'm loving these at the moment. And on the back, you've got Lana's Beauty Box, like the hashtag, the Instagram, how to look after them, how to apply them. So it's a really, really cute brand. They've got bigger, fluffier lashes than what I've got. If you want to check out any of these lashes, then I'm going to leave Lana's Beauty Box website and Instagram in the description below. So feel free to check them out. So just a close-up of my skin. In person, I'm loving how smooth this powder looks. So this is it with like all of my ring light turned down. You can see it looks a lot more natural, and it looks quite smooth as well. It's a little bit brightening under the eyes, but it's nothing like crazy. Under my eye, this is just my natural creases. So it hasn't creased with the powder on so far. Definitely not a full coverage concealer, but it is pretty good coverage, I will give it that. You can still see a little bit of my shadows, but again, that's the way my eyes are set as well. The powder I think I like more than the concealer, but the concealer is still really, really smooth and natural. So I will be using it up, but I just need a few more tries of it to see how I feel, if I would rebuy it again if I run out of it. If you've tried the Jeffree Star concealer and powders, let me know in the comments below. The powder smells really nice. It's very, very faint cotton candy smell, and it was kind of like really full coverage on the skin. Like, it felt like it was baking. It felt like it was doing something. But the concealer does look really thin, really lightweight and natural. It doesn't feel heavy on my skin at all. So for £21, I'm not mad at it. Also, I forgot to test as well if there was any flashback with the powder or the concealers. So I'm just gonna take one now. To me, that doesn't look like a really bad flashback at all. It just looks like I've got a bright under eye. No, it's just from the lighter concealer. I don't feel like that's like horrible ashy flashback. It's just a bright under eye. I'll leave any updates in the description box below. I'll leave everything I've used listed down below, and I hope to see you in my next one. Thanks guys, bye.